Happy Devils Sunday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report. Morning Woo edition, Pacific time. Coming to you live from Vancouver, British Columbia. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Stephen Engel saying, yo peeps. Hello, Stephen Engel. Hello to everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Talking Devils hockey, talking about the NHL NHL Network's Twitter or X account, talking about who is the greatest goaltender of all time, putting three pictures. One of Martin Brodeur, one of Dominik Hasek, and the other of Patrick Roy. All could be considered the greatest of all time. Now, it's very kind of like a loose-ended question because is it NHL goaltenders? Is it goaltenders in the history of hockey? You can make the case of Tretiak, of Soviet Union, Russia, at the time. So Steve Engel is now commenting on the YouTube Live. Steve Engel. Stop with the Quinn Hughes stuff. He ain't coming here. Not even that good either. Overrated because he had Niedermeyer and Stevens in front of him and Rafalski. Steve Engel, I will dispute you on all this. But who is the greatest goaltender of all time? And, that's a good question. I think Brodeur is. Not because I'm a Homer Devils fan. Not because that I've watched Brodeur his entire career from his rookie season as an emergency backup called up when Craig Billington and Chris Terreri went down to his last days as a New Jersey Devil and a St. Louis Blue. But it's a good question because you look at Patrick Roy's historical career, winning quite a few Stanley Cups with the Colorado Avalanche, 2 with the Avalanche, 2 with the Montreal Canadiens, I believe 86 and 93. The 93 Cup team was the last time a Canadian NHL team has won the Cup with the Montreal Canadiens. Then back in 96 with the Colorado Avalanche after getting traded, telling then coach Mario Tremblay, I'm not playing for you. Leaving the bench. Going to Colorado. Colorado coming via the Quebec Nordiques when that franchise moved. And then in 2001 when they beat the great Martin Brodeur, which, again, I will argue this to death, that Stanley Cup in 2001, it was all about Ray Bourque. All the headlines that Ray Bourque had to have won that cup. It just so happens that Patrick Roy was on that team. I thought that 2001 Devils team was probably, maybe up until this season, but maybe one of the greatest or the greatest Devils team ever assembled. Dominik Hasek, European trained goaltender, first European trained goaltender to win the Stanley Cup back in 2002, I believe. Dominik Hasek, just very unorthodox style. You didn't know what you were going to get out of him each night, the way he played the game. Vezina Trophy winner, 4 or 5 times in his career. I want to hear from you on the YouTube Live, Facebook Live, X Live. Who's the greatest goaltender of all time? And the reason why I say Martin Brodeur, no, out of those three, we're not talking about Terry Sawchuk. I don't know if you can compare apples and oranges. It was a different era of hockey, but let's just talk about the three that the NHL Network put up: Hasek, Brodeur, and Patrick Roy. I give the edge to Martin Brodeur. If you were to start an NHL franchise, who would you want in net? In terms of durability, I think Brodeur has the edge over Patrick Roy and Dominic Hasek there. Brodeur playing for over 20 years in the NHL. Some say, and some of the critics would say, the Brodeur haters would say, well, he was just part of the system. It was the system that won him the cups. It was not Brodeur. But what I have to say to that is Boulder Dash. No. It was Brodeur was the best goaltender for that system. You can make the argument. The system I'm referring to as the neutral zone trap. But you have to remember, there were times where Brodeur early in his career would not face a shot for over 17 minutes, and then an ensuing power play would happen, and he would get a barrage of shots, 6 at a time, and then go for long stretches without getting a shot on goal. Now, the great Ken Dryden was, obviously a great Hall of Fame goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens. The great Ken Dryden had the same thing. But somehow the Montreal Canadiens fans think that Ken Dryden, great goaltender, but when it comes to Martin Brodeur, oh, no, he was a product of the system. But here's the thing. The trap ended a long time ago. The rules changed because of Martin Brodeur, which I think Martin Brodeur can say, for an argument's sake, they made rules that challenged his skill and eliminated, well, let's say, you wonder why the trapezoid is behind the net. You can't go there. You can't go there and play the puck. And Martin Brodeur was a very efficient goaltender. A hybrid, 70% stand-up, 30% in the butterfly. Marty Brodeur playing the puck, third defenseman back there, moving the puck around. That's why Bobby Clark, then GM of the Flyers, Philadelphia Flyers, pushed for that rule because they couldn't get anything going offensively. Marty Brodeur played that puck so well that the opposition didn't get a chance to get any pressure on him because he was already there taking care of business. But also Brodeur played in many different eras. When he first came into the league in the early 90s, the game was different then. Patrick Roy retired, I believe, in 2004 before all these major rule changes. So we would really never know, in fairness to Patrick Roy, we would really know how he would have fared in the new NHL. More speed, more skill, the red line taken out. Brodeur played in both eras. The shootout didn't exist when Patrick Roy played, but it did for Dominic Hasek, who extended his career, couple stints in Europe, retirement, coming back from retirement. He did win 2 cups, both with the Detroit Red Wings. I believe one with Scotty Bowman and the other with Mike Babcock. But Brodeur played at such a high level from 94 to, let's just say, 2012, leading the Devils to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2012. 1, 2, 5 Stanley Cup Finals appearances. 5. That's something that most goaltenders wouldn't be able to say. And yes, Stanley Cups do count when it comes to trying to grade who is the best goaltender of all time. But Brodeur played in 2 different eras. He played at a high level during the trapping eras before 2004. Once they changed the rules with the trapezoid, with the red line taken out, the clutching and grabbing, he still excelled. As a matter of fact, in 2007, he broke the all-time regular season wins record that was previously held by the great Bernie Perron in the new NHL era, in his prime. And don't forget, from the statistics standpoint, the amount of work stoppages during Brodeur's career, I think it probably equates to almost 2 to 2.5 years or 2.5 seasons worth. Being the first when he was a rookie, there was a slight work stoppage back in 92. Obviously in 95, 94, 95, an abbreviated season. A total lockout of 1 year, calendar year, back in 2004, 2005. And obviously in 2012, when there was a lockout for about a half a season. Getting your questions, getting your comments, seeing some of the Colin 226 in the YouTube lives has got to be Brodeur, all the records and longevity. Couldn't agree more. Bachagaloop says, anyone know how the buffet works at Prudential? Is it just included with certain sections? Off the topic question, Bachagaloop, but I believe you have to be in section 19 and section, I like to say 7 or 8. Certain seats would be pretty much the barbecue. Drinks included, I bet you, I think everything but alcohol, I believe. I don't know. We'll find out for you. Let's see. Bachagaloop, thank you for the super chat. Says, have fun, Sam. Yes, thank you for the super chat. Going to need it. Traveling around Vancouver right now. About to head to the ship tomorrow. Going to Alaska. See if we're going to do State of the Fan address on the road. Don't know my schedule yet. Sorry, Nick Villano. I want to give you a game plan on that, but we will soon. Colin226 says, yeah, alcohol isn't even included in the BMW lounge, which is the most expensive lounge in the arena. Steve Engel says Sam is going to be the king of King Crab after this vacation. Yes, Steve Engel. I'm going to do my Rick Tocchet impression and just break off those king crab legs. Nate, or not Nate, Natus825 says Brodeur was the king of rebound handling. Yeah, did you ever notice the difference between Corey Schneider and Marty Brodeur when they played together and split the season, the 2013-2014 season? Corey Schneider had better numbers, but he gave out a lot more rebounds. Brodeur, he always gobbled it up. His rebound control was one of the best of all time. That also helped to why the workload was a lot less. I mean, you can look at the statistics, but if you're gobbling up rebounds and you're not giving the other opposition 2, 3, 4 times for these chances on net, and you're just only giving them 1, of course your save percentage is going to be a little bit tad lower because you're just not giving that many rebounds, more chances to kind of inflate those statistics. But thank you, Bachagaloop, for the super chat. Also going to Facebook Live as well. Mike Rossi, happy Devil Sunday to you. Good to see Mike Rossi in the Facebook Live. Also to Michael Hay saying, sorry, I missed you live yesterday when I was outside of Rogers Arena. Sorry, I said Rogers Center yesterday. It's Rogers Arena. Want to make that correction. Also, Nate of the X. I don't know. Do you say he tweeted out or he posted? Considering we still don't have too much to talk about the Let's Go Devils podcast, why not do a show where we ask ourselves, what are we doing while we're waiting for Devils hockey? Maybe that'll be a topic for tonight. Now, tonight is going to be probably a true Devils After Dark, but we shall see. Storm pending. There's a storm, Hurricane Hillary heading to South California. Wishing Scotty well, but have no fear. Scotty will try to be here for Devils After Dark. A true Devils After Dark, it's probably going to be around midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Don't know yet. We shall see as the vacation continues. But I think I made my point about Martin Brodeur. Martin Brodeur, greatest goaltender of all time. The longevity, the statistics, the Stanley Cups. I think he was robbed of that Conn Smythe trophy when it went to Giguère. Why couldn't they at least split it if you thought that Giguère deserved it? But Martin Brodeur, 3 shutouts in the Stanley Cup Finals. That's Martin Brodeur responding, giving the Devils what they needed to beat the Anaheim Ducks in 2003. Want to thank all those tuning in to the Woo Report. More podcasts coming to you as we're burning time right now before the season starts. I know. Season's about to start in a few weeks, or at least training camp. All right, going to be getting out of here. Music is playing. Thank you to all those participating. And we'll see you next time somewhere. Where will I be? I don't know. I could be on a cruise ship the next time I'm doing this. Or maybe Devils After Dark tonight. Keep it here. Keep it real. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils.